Hello and welcome to this week's Trade of the Week on Monday the 17th of June. Today I'd like to focus on why stop loss levels are so important. And I know a lot of people don't want to use these because sometimes they get stopped out and then the market does what they expected it to do. And a case in point is our Robusta coffee trade from a couple of weeks ago. And you can see here on the daily financial bet, we basically went short here on this reversal at 4,140 and had a stop loss above the all-time high, which was made slightly further up. And you can see here what happened since is we got stopped out up here on this horizontal line. And since then we are back in positive territory. But it's so important to have a stop loss in place, and the stop loss placement was the right place to place it above the previous all-time high, because if I go to a weekly chart, I can show you here that in the past, for example, here we had in January of 2024, we had a high, then we had a higher high here in March, and it looked also as if the market could perhaps go back down again. But after that, it rallied from around 3,300 all the way up to 4,200. So a huge up move. So if you hadn't had a stop loss in here, you could have lost a lot of your trading capital. And the same goes with regards to this chart here. So if you are still short and don't have a stop loss in, at least place it now above the current all-time high, above the 4,429 high. Now, last week, we basically said that we could go short the Nasdaq 100, and this is also an interesting one because can you see this horizontal line here? I said if we were to fall through the previous Friday's low, only then would we go short, because only then would our topping formation become valid. We saw a higher high being made, and we saw a lower high on the Red Strength Index, which was negative divergence, and then we saw this doji followed by another doji, which is why we thought, well, if it's starting to keel over, then maybe we want to go short with a small stop loss. But that stop was never triggered because the trade was never triggered, because you could see on the next day we had another doji, and then we just continued to go higher and make new all-time record highs on this daily financial bet at the moment just below 19,700. So don't trade what you think the market will do, trade what the market is actually doing. So in this case, we wouldn't have gotten triggered on this trade. So that one is no longer valid. And for this week's Trade of the Week, what I would like to do is to go short corn. And you can see here that corn, basically front-month futures bounced back in this ABC faction here, and basically Elliott wave and failed at the 200-day simply moving average. And we want to go short for that technical reason, for a very tight stop above Friday's high. This week's Trade of the Week is to go short corn with a stop loss above 464 and a downside target around 410.